Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And today, comment down below if you actually thought crypto was gonna pump to the moon over the weekend. I mean, Bitcoin made a new all-time high, but alts, they didn't really do too much. So put it down below what you thought, and let's get on with the video, as Elon Musk has just gone crazy over on Twitter, and everybody's also been going quite crazy on GRT, by the way. But in this video, we're going to be giving away 250 XRP, not GRT, if we can get 1,500 likes within 24 hours. So make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below. And then let's get into what Elon Musk just said over on Twitter. He said, "Bitcoin is my safe word." Just kidding. Who needs a safe word anyway? Then Lord Edge, and then he has an interesting meme here with, a distracting individual with Bitcoin on the lower end of the body, and a normal guy just standing here, not minding that business, saying, "Me trying to live a normal, productive life, not being distracted by the Bitcoin, so to speak." Then Bitcoin is almost as BS as fiat money, and then one word, Doge. So this is very interesting for him to come out, since he pumped Dogecoin a little bit once more. It's an interesting situation always whenever I consider Doge, and I just know that Doge will pump whenever he says some crazy stuff like that about it. However, Doge is not my favorite coin. It's not even a good coin in that sense. It's just a meme coin that has some potential because, well, it's being memed upon sometimes. So it's definitely an interesting coin from that perspective. And I do think it is holdable because, yeah, you can make some returns on it, literally. However, again, he's been going pretty crazy on the memes here. We don't really know why he's been doing this or what his purpose is for memeing and doing all of that, but I guess it's just for fun. I really don't know if Elon has the power to just tweet everything himself, or if he has advisors who tell him like, oh, don't go do that, don't do this, because he has such a huge influence. I don't know if there's any regulations to you then, right? Because I have a lot of followers on Instagram, but it's spread over so many different accounts. I just kind of don't know what happens when you're such a behemoth with 41 million followers over on Twitter. You're reaching thousands upon hundreds of thousands of people. What happens then? Like, does somebody regulate you? Can you say anything you want? Do like the shareholders have something to say as well with what you tweet, or are they just afraid of what you do? Because I kind of feel as if he can just really choose everything himself, but sometimes I also wonder if this is all just a bigger tactic to just get attention to Elon. But I really don't know, though. It's just guessing. However, here I just found an article saying why I invested in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and of course this has nothing to do with the Elon Musk situation. It is more so to do with my own opinion on crypto and what I've been kind of realizing in the last couple of days. One of the things being, I really love buying more crypto. I don't like, I guess, spending the fiat literally, because it's a deduction on your account when you have to pay taxes eventually, so it's pretty annoying. But I do love having more crypto and just accumulating. When I see that crypto number has increased, I just get happy. And it doesn't really matter to me exactly how much money I have in terms of dollars. It just matters how much crypto I have. So, for example, with XRP, I just like stacking XRP. And it's also kind of interesting to me that before, if I were to stack 500 XRP, for example, it would really feel like a big deal. And right now, it's just like the most normal cause in the world. On the contrary, it kind of feels like 500 XRP is not that much anymore, just because of how these prices are changing here a little bit. And even though 500 XRP is, of course, worth a lot more, it kind of feels as if 500 in comparison to what everybody has right now is just a very small amount, right? Whenever you start to hear some of these other guys who are talking about hundreds of thousands of XRP, you just kind of, touch behind your ears for a little bit, because, well, you kind of have a little bit on the low side for comparison, so to speak. But I'll talk a little bit later about what I've been buying, why I'm buying, and how everything like that is going. Let's move over into some more crypto breaking news, and this is definitely not something that's good. Definitely not something that is good. Lil Pump, I guess kind of out of date, but last year or maybe 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I don't know, was a very popular rapper. Lil Pump is releasing his own cryptocurrency, the Pump coin. So if the SEC doesn't go after this, we might have a little bit of a problem, because this is the most obvious, unregulated, stupid thing. But okay, Decrypt has just released news indicating that Lil Pump will be following the footsteps of Lil Yachty by releasing his very own cryptocurrency. So Lil Yachty had a coin because Fuse, that company, just worked with them. I mean, you could just see it as they paid Lil Yachty a sum of money to launch a digital currency in their name. And this will allow for fans to game with Lil Pump himself. And while not exactly clear, the crypto will apparently be used later on for an even bigger platform to interact with celebrities, much like Cameo but cooler. Pump coins will be only available to fans outside of the US and will be launched in early 2021. So basically, they already know they're not going to get a proper license in the US, so you cannot buy them there. If you're wondering, don't buy into these stupid ass coins unless you really want to get yourself into some trouble, as these are just marketing schemes. They serve no utility except for if you're a fan, but I can't really, I already presumed just now that if you're watching these videos and you have an IQ above, 60, that you're not really that much of a fan of this anyway. So, just I don't think it's a good idea to buy into this, all right? Worst case scenario, you lose all your money, of course. It's maybe not that bad, but maybe you're going to get even, I don't know. It's just not a smart idea, period, all right? And that is not financial advice, because I can't legally do that, but it's my friendly advice as a friend. Let's see it that way, all right? It's just not a smart thing to go for. Then I've been seeing a lot of people talk about this in the last couple of days because Mnuchin has been on a kind of a baffling road here. U.S. Treasury unveils stifling crypto wallet regulation. Experts break down the rules. And now, I think it's very important that whatever country you're watching from, you kind of update yourself about your current situation in your country. This one is for the US, which is not my own personal, area, so to me it doesn't matter too much. However, it does affect me, as this will also affect any exchange that is US based, or any exchange that has ties to the US. The Financial Crimes Enforcement, also known as FinCEN, a bureau of the US Treasury Department, has unveiled its proposed rules on transactions involving crypto wallets. Experts in the crypto community have weighed in on what the new proposed regulation means, what crypto owners should do, and which wallets are affected. So it basically talks about self-hosted wallets, which are, for example, Exodus or your Ledger, even for that matter. It's just money that is not kept on an exchange, or money where you really control it yourself, right? And they're, of course, going to quote, like, we're doing this against money laundering and whatnot, but the only thing I kind of don't get is how they can completely pinpoint down how you can prove that it is your wallet. Because right here we can see, while emphasizing the challenges VASP would face to comply with FinCEN's proposal, Travinsky also pointed out that the new rule is vague and ambiguous. He said it raises questions such as, how exactly can a VASP obtain the name and physical address of the owner of a non-custodial wallet? How does someone prove that they own a private key? What about non-custodial smart contracts? Who owns them? The Treasury Department provided a list of what information must be collected here, and lawyer Justin Winston-Ono-Wales shared his initial thoughts recommending TLDR, get your coins off exchanges. Mostly for the reason that if you have your coins on exchanges, and I'm personally going to be doing this maybe tomorrow or the day after or so when I have the time, I'm going to get most of my money, like 90% maybe, off of exchanges, because if you have it on an exchange, there is a chance you're going to have to prove exactly to the freaking period, to the core, what it is about this wallet that's yours. Like, we're right now having this issue of how can you prove that it's yours, but we might also have an issue of like, oh, you have to put in your private key, for example, with an exchange to show that it's yours. But then again, you connect this private key to your address in some way, shape, or form. I really don't know, because kind of connecting your public key and your address, that would sound like the dumbest thing in the whole freaking world to me. Because, I mean, it's not like I'm putting my bank account numbers out there in public either, right? I don't really want to do that. So I don't really get exactly how this is supposed to work, because in that sense, then exchanges, if they ever get some leaked info, they know everything about you. You know, the guys who are hacking, and they know everything there is to know. I just really feel as if this is some stupid stuff. However, it's going to take a couple of days before anything is going to take effect anyway, and it's not like this is official stuff just quite yet, because we have until, I guess, somewhere next month, I believe, to put in comments and stuff like that. But this is going to be a boost for self-hosted wallets like Ledger, which I personally promote, link down below, because I use that myself. And the thing is, I think people are going to be more weary of exchanges now, since if you keep your money on there, where it's not your key, is not your real money officially, because, I mean, if you don't have the keys, you don't control your money. If that's the way it's going right now, yeah, I mean, it's not that nice, right? Because you might never be able to take it off. And I mean, it does work for keeping value. If you want to keep that money in exchanges and never take it off again, it will work. But then you can also use something like Webull, for example, where if you buy crypto, you don't ever get any key, and you don't ever can take it off because it's just the money, right? And I use, or at least I like Webull a lot, since it has stocks on here. By the way, you get 2 free stocks or even 4 free stocks if you're from the US. Check it out, link down below. You can get 4 free stocks by just signing up and depositing something. 2 for just making an account. Basic point is that you don't get your private keys here. You don't actually own any crypto. You just own the money, sort of. So if I were to buy $100 worth of XRP, I'd still have $100 worth of XRP. So if it goes up to $1, I'd still see the price increase, but I never get those keys. And the reason I can recommend this type of stuff more now as well is because you have none of these issues where you just cannot take your money off or things like that. It's just simple, plain Jane. All right. And I think more issues are going to come from this if it pulls through. But keep in mind, not your keys, not your coins, your barriers to use, your keys, your coins, not your red tape. Just keep in mind that there's more regulations coming. You should own your own money and buy yourself a hard wallet if you have not done so already. Link down below. Use it, use it, use it if you never want to have any trouble, unless you have such a futile amount of money that you don't really care, or that an exchange can just hold it for you because you're trading with it or something like that. Then, breaking news, Bitcoin broke 24,000 US dollars. Should you sell Bitcoin? Well, I'm personally going to say, guys, that I do not know exactly where the price is going to go, obviously, but I do think 24,000 was a nice little barrier that we hit and now can fall back down from. On a side note, though, we're still so high up here that there's just so many different possibilities, guys. The possibilities right now are endless. I mean, it's such a crazy period of time here that I wouldn't be too eager to just sell all my coins. I mean, if you're really thinking about only selling Bitcoin for alts, go right on ahead. It's not a bad choice. Again, not financial advice, my personal opinion on this matter. But if you were to sell Bitcoin to fiat and be out of crypto, I don't know if that's the best decision to make. I just feel as if altcoins are going to be blooming really, really soon here, and I'm not going to take that risk. But hey, maybe that's your thing. I'm not taking that risk personally. Then another point of, Ripple and why it's so important, at least to me, Bitcoin adoption in Nigeria soars as central bank blocks remittances in Naira. So I've thought about this for a little while, right? And I thought about the fact that a lot of banks or financial providers, I guess, could stop transactions, especially if they take 3 days or so, right? Everything's like kind of cumbersome. But to a certain degree, if either we get a crypto standard or everything is done through XRP, those transactions take a couple of seconds, and I mean, the barriers are just a lot less. And even if you cannot use a financial provider, like for example, MoneyGram, you could just transact it for yourself if you really wanted to, if it's more of a standard. Because right now, as we said before, as we established, it is kind of rare to use crypto for everyday things, but it's coming up and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think it's going to be very, very good. I think it's going to be very, very good. And then massive Bitcoin gains are being dwarfed by Ripple's XRP, Litecoin, Ethereum, and these minor cryptos. The thing is, guys, even though XRP is, not outperforming Bitcoin right now, no, not at all right now, it has actually outperformed Bitcoin over the 3-month, the monthly, and, oh no, not the 24-hour anymore. Yesterday it was. It has outperformed them for, quite a good sum, even over the monthly, as you can see here. The thing you should understand is Bitcoin right now is just the leader. So Bitcoin will gain first, and then later on, it will move over into altcoins. But it's really not that strange if we see another altcoin rush really soon here, and if eventually the gains on altcoins are going to be outshining Bitcoin once more. I would not be surprised if that were to happen at all. So I'm definitely preparing for that. I'm really stocking up on a lot of freaking crypto, and I'm preparing for something huge to happen. Even though it may take a little while, I do not know, but I'm preparing my ass, all right? Just so you guys know that. But yeah, that was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video. Check out Unstoppable Domains too, by the way. Link is down below.